ASMR. We're back and I'm going to do another video for you guys. Today is going to be a reading video and I have the book right here. It's going to be that's not it. It's going to be a New Earth video. Just a quick one, a short one for today. It's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, so there may be sounds going on. It was very quiet up until this point, but now I've got my neighbors upstairs living their life. So, honestly, I don't remember where we ended up last time we did the Power of Now. I do have a bookmark, so I will know where to start. It looks like we didn't start at the beginning or didn't end at the beginning of a chapter, so I'm not sure. Anyway, I guess it's not the end of the world if we repeat a little bit. Yeah, today is a beautiful day, and I'm planning on going outside right after this. So this is just going to be a quick, nice, brief one for you guys. 'Cause yeah, I want to get it done. I know with the Power of Now readings, I do a lot of sort of intro. I don't know if introspection, and I offer up a lot of personal examples. I'm going to try to do a little bit less in this video, just because I want to sort of create a disconnect between the two sort of type of series, where one is a sort of like philosophy, sort of self-help sort of thing, and this one is sort of more focused on the reading. But for sure, if there is something that I am trying to come to terms with and work out, I may just, speak it out while I'm figuring it out. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start where I think we left off. But at worst, it'll be like 1 minute of something you've already heard. So, the start of not this chapter, but of this sort of text break is called Feeling the Inner Body. Although body identification is one of the most basic forms of ego, the good news is that is also one that you can most easily go beyond. This is done by not trying to convince yourself that you are not your body, but by shifting your attention from the external form of your body and from thoughts about your body, beautifully, ugly, strong, weak, too fat, too thin, to the feeling of aliveness inside of it. No matter what your body's appearance it is on the outer level, beyond the outer form is an intensely alive energy field. If you are not familiar with inner body awareness, close your eyes for a moment and find out if there is life inside your hands. Don't ask your mind. It will say, I can't feel anything. Probably it will also say, give me something more interesting to think about. So instead of asking your mind, go to the hands directly. By this, I mean become aware of the subtle feeling of aliveness inside them. It is there. You just have to go there with your attention to notice it. You may get a slight tingling sensation at first, then a feeling of energy or aliveness. If you hold your attention in your hands for a while, the sense of aliveness will intensify. Some people won't even have to close their eyes. They will be able to feel their inner hands at the same time as they read this. Then go to your feet. Keep your attention there for a minute or so and begin to feel your hands and your feet at the same time. Then incorporate other parts of the body, legs, arms, abdomen, chest, and so on, into that feeling until you are aware of the inner body and the global sense of aliveness. So I think this is an exercise that I've actually done many times on the channel, and one of the reasons why I've done it is because I find it, I don't know, just so fascinating. It's something as simple as directing your attention, your focus, but it produces, tangible results. So that is why it's something I go to a lot. So if you don't do this now during the video, I suggest you do it outside the video, because it is, it's something, man. It's really something worth experiencing. It's worth it. It's really worth it. Let me take a drink. Never mind, my drink is 100% empty. Let us continue, and if I need a drink, I'll go ahead and pause. So, what I call the inner body isn't really the body anymore, but life energy, the bridge between form and formlessness. Make it a habit to feel the inner body as often. My sort of, my cadence, is that the right word? My cadence sort of does a disservice to this book. I don't take periods the way I'm supposed to take them, so let me restart here. So I said, what I call the inner body isn't really the body anymore, but life energy, the bridge between form and formlessness, period. Make it a habit to feel the inner body as often as you can, period. After a while, example, see if you can feel the inner body whenever you listen to someone. It almost seems like a paradox. When you are in touch with the inner body, you are not identified with your body anymore, nor are you identified with your mind. This is to say, you are no longer identified with form, but moving away from form identification towards formlessness, which we might also call being. It is your essence identity. Body awareness is not the only anchors. Body awareness not only anchors you in the present moment. It is a doorway out of the prison that is ego. It also strengthens the immune system and the body's ability to heal itself. Very interesting. We move on to the next section, entitled Forgetfulness of Being. Forgetfulness of being. Ego is always identification with form, seeking yourself and thereby losing yourself in some form. Forms are not just material objects and physical bodies. More fundamental than external forms, things and bodies are the thought forms that continuously arise in the field of consciousness. I'm going to need to read this back, so bear with me. Ego is not the always interpretation of form. Seeking yourself in some forms and not just material objects. Internal forms. Okay, so we're focusing on thought forms here. Thought forms, I guess we're talking about, they are energy formations, finer and less dense than physical matter, but they are forms nonetheless. What you may be aware of as a voice in your head that never stops speaking is the stream of incessant, compulsive thinking, period. Sorry, I didn't think that would be that loud. I burped. Apologies. When every thought absorbs your attention completely, when you are so identified with the voice in your head and the emotions that accompany it, that you lose yourself in every thought and every emotion, then you are totally identified with form, and therefore in the grip of ego. Period. Ego is a conglomeration of recurring thought forms and conditioned mental, emotional patterns that are invested in a sense of I, a sense of self, period. Ego arises when your sense of beingness, of I am, which is formless consciousness, gets mixed up with form. So I guess ego arises when your sense of being gets mixed up with sense of form, sense of, your body. This is the meaning of identification. This is forgetfulness of the being, the primary error, the illusion of absolute separateness that turns reality into nightmare. We move on to the next section. Hey, so we back. I didn't pause it. What are you talking about? Hey, I didn't pause it. Cut it out. Hey, focus. Hey, I didn't pause the video. Stop it. I don't know what you're talking about. Why aren't you focusing? Hey, focus on me. Hey. Alright. So, the next section is entitled From Descartes' Error to Sartre's Insight. Sartre's Insight. S-A-T-R-E' Insight. Alright. The 17th century philosopher Descartes, regarded as the founder of modern philosophy, gave expression to the primary error with his famous dictum, which he saw as a primary truth. I think, therefore I am. This was the answer he found to the question, is there anything I can know with absolute certainty? He realized that the fact that he was always thinking was beyond doubt, and so he equated thinking with being. That is, so to say, identity. I am with thinking, period. Instead of the ultimate truth, he had found the root of the ego, but he didn't know that. I'm uncomfortable. Let me get in a better seating position. Sorry, I sit weird sometimes. Alright. Where the heck are we? Alright, I found it. So, he equated the identity I am with thinking instead of the ultimate truth. He had found the root of the ego, but he didn't know that. It took almost 300 years before another famous philosopher saw something in that statement that Descartes, as well as everybody else, had overlooked. 300 years, that's a long time. That's literally like 3 lifetimes. So if you had 3 great thinkers, that's 3 great thinkers who did not discover sort of ego's deception, because that's ultimately what ego is. In my opinion, it's sort of like a deception, right? That's insane. 300 years. Okay, I'm lost now. Where the heck on this page was I reading? It was somewhere around here. There. Quality ASMR, by the way. Quality ASMR as I try to look where I was reading in this book. This is quality ASMR. Quality ASMR. Yeah, 300 years. His name was Jean-Paul Sartre. He looked at Descartes' statement, "I think, and therefore I am," very deeply, and suddenly realized, in his own words, the consciousness that says "I am" is not the consciousness that thinks. What did he mean by that? What the heck? What did he mean by that? When you are aware that you are thinking, that awareness is not part of thinking. It is a different dimension of consciousness. And it is that awareness that says "I am." If there were nothing but thought in you, you wouldn't even know you are thinking. You would be like a dreamer who doesn't know he is dreaming. You would be as identified with every thought as a dreamer is with every image in the dream. Many people still live like that, like sleepwalkers trapped in an old dysfunctional mindset that continuously recreate the same nightmarish reality. When you know you are dreaming, you are awake within the dream. Another dimension of consciousness has come in. So, the consciousness that says "I am" is not the consciousness that thinks. What did he mean by that? When you are aware that what you are thinking, that awareness is not part of thinking. It is a different dimension of consciousness. And it is that awareness that says "I am." If there were nothing but thought in you, you wouldn't even know you are thinking. You would be like a dreamer who doesn't know he is dreaming. You would be as identified with every thought as the dreamer is with every image in the dream. Many people still live like that, like sleepwalkers trapped in an old dysfunctional mindsets that continuously recreate the same nightmarish reality. When you know you are dreaming, you awake within the dream. Another dimension of consciousness has come in. The implication of Sartre's insight is profound, but he himself was still too identified with thinking to realize the full significance of what he has discovered an emerging new dimension of consciousness. So, I'm going to stop that there. We're at the next sort of section in the text. It really goes fast. It really goes fast. 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 So thank you for watching. And I will see you in my next video. I appreciate each and every one of you. And hopefully it won't be too long before you hear from me again. Thank you. I will talk to you soon.